And so we are back with yet another wild episode of Grand Blue Season 2, but before we dive in, let's quickly recap what happened last time. So, everyone found out that Chisa and Iori weren't blood related. And the person most shaken by this news was Keiki. She thought without that blood barrier, the two must have already gone all the way, and determined to uncover the truth she came up with a plan to screw with Iori. In it everyone started targeting Iori openly, but the guy was sharp and turned the tables on Keiki instantly. Later, he revealed that his father was adopted into the family, so technically he's not related by blood, but still. He never saw Chisa or Nanika that way, though he did admit Nanika looks hot, which of course caused more drama when Nanika overheard, after a series of misunderstandings and idiotic moments. Azusa finally cleared the air by explaining Iori was just complimenting Nanika's looks, but he still sees her as nothing more than a big sister. So now, our new episode begins when Keiki points out that all the time it's the boys who gets to have fun while drinking, partying, acting wild, so she says it's high time the girls have their own night. Everyone were on board but they can't use Nanika's room, so the ladies took over Chisa's, but Azusa notices Chisa's room is painfully plain yet at least she's got some cosmetics, but even those were forced onto her by Nanika. Meanwhile downstairs, Iori's uncle asks Iori to deliver more drinks upstairs for the girls' party, and poor guy walks in and witnesses something forbidden, truly something Iori should have ever seen. Chisa has to quickly clear up the misunderstanding by explaining, "That's not mine," and Iori realized it belonged to Nanika and bails out of there immediately, but Chisa still isn't sure if the air was fully cleared. Anyway, the party continues and Keiki feels down because she's the only one in the group not growing at all, so she asks the seasoned ladies for tips. First up is Azusa, who casually tells her to let her hormones run wild. Well, it's true because if someone wants to grow rack size, they needs to get high every night. Azusa we can understand, but whom does Nanika fantasize every night? Answer is very clear. After that, Iori comes to deliver food this time and catches Chisa getting molested by the drunk pair, so he quickly pulls Chisa out and warns her to always keep her guard up around those two. Later, Azusa finds a DVD to watch while drinking. But at the same time, Iori's buddy shows up to return a DVD because it wasn't the naughty kind he expected. Iori realizes the discs must have got swapped. His naughty DVD was in Chisa's room and she came to return the trash and gave a death flag to Iori. Personally, Azusa wanted to watch the naughty one some more, but Keiki desperately tried to change the mood to a girls only talk. Girls talk is always love talk, but Chisa is plain, Keiki's a failure, and Nanika swings the opposite way, which leaves only Azusa, so Azusa shockingly reveals she once suggested Iori to sleep with her because she does like the guy. But sadly he refused. The conversation dies quickly and meanwhile, Nanika for some reason is getting drunk way too easily. Well, Keiki then hands out a ticket to her college festival to the Chisa. Ticket system helps keep perverts away since her college is an all-girls college. Even more so, a famous female dubbing artist is coming, so they can't let Iori and Kohei find it out, but luck runs on the boys' side too sometimes, so they begin their torture time to get the ticket, but that was the last one. And she already gave it to Chisa, so the torture shifts to Chisa now. Iori remembers there's an unsettled debt between them, so he begs Chia to add another favor to the list with this. He and Kohei begs, but Chisa refuses to take them at all cost, but Keiki recalls Iori could join since he's Chisa's boyfriend. But that little slip-up could have summoned the Demon Queen, but fortunately Nanika's drunk wasted right now. Although in Hangover she always gets clingy, Chisa didn't wish for it, but the situation always turns into this mess. The boys were enjoying the show from the front seat, so Keiki kicked them out. Now, how to convince Chisa to take them as well? That's gonna be tough job. So the next day, Iori talks with his uncle about how he saw Nanika drunk from just one can of beer. Uncle thinks it's weird because Nanika is his daughter, so she should have high tolerance, and Uncle was right. Yesterday Nanika just pretended she was drunk, and she heard about that boyfriend-girlfriend talk. After that in college, two beggars keep begging, and then as the news spreads, the number of beggars keeps increasing after every period. And by the end of the day the whole boys group gathers to beg Chisa to take them. That's why those close morons monopolized their contacts and kicked the extras out. But Chisa still says there's still few left here. So she tries to run away through the window, but Iori catches her, because a special interview is set to take up 3 spots, but who's gonna be the lucky 3 out of the 6? Let's find out. First up is Matarai. He's a lady killer, so he starts off with small talk and all, says he knows a girl at that college who's gonna run a crepe shop so he can show her around there. but if he has a friend there, why not ask her for a ticket? That's true, but ain't no way he can though, so Yamamoto takes the chance in full confidence. He clears up he wants to land a girlfriend there, but he could give up if Chisa becomes his girlfriend. In depression, Chisa simply thought of handing down the ticket, so the boys are ticked, and Chisa says she already has a boyfriend. Then comes Kohei. He tries to score the candy like a man by showing his back. But actually the man tries to bribe the lady. Chisa is fed up with this nonsense, but now it's Four Eyes. This guy is the most dramatic on the list, but sadly Chisa doesn't hear his pickup line because of a message. That's why the dude loses his time, and guess who messaged her? Iori. Chisa even thanked him for that, while Iori has to make dirty moves. After all, when he explained to Nanika that he's just pretending to be Chisa's boyfriend to keep the pets away, Nanika lets him off, but only if he makes sure he goes to the festival as Chisa's bodyguard. So now comes Iori's turn, and he keeps it straight. He tells Chisa to choose him because it's beneficial. Or else one family member will become a murderer and another one will die, meaning Nanika will kill him. But dude can't explain that, and just in thinking bro wastes his 2-minute time. Now comes Fujiwara. The others are chilled since he isn't in touch with Chisa, but Fujiwara promised her that he won't cause any trouble if she chooses him. Now that is what Chisa wants. Mainly Chisa refuses to take these dumb morons because they are negative characters. That's why Fujiwara played the perfect card. Iori tries to play dirty again, but this time it doesn't work. But Kohei is also on the crime and he gives chloroform to the guy. That means none are selected in this interview and the boys think to duke it out with a fight, but Chisa asks them very nicely to leave fighting aside. Because true friends never sacrifice their friends for any gain. Well yeah, fuck that, boys broke their friendship instantly for the girls' college, but suddenly Matarai gets a message from his ex that she'll give him the ticket. So that means their whole gang could go now. Poor Chisa got depressed to go to the festival. And right there our episode 4 ends, so stay tuned, watch another one as well, and for that, subscribe the channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon or you'll miss the latest updates. Till next time guys, take care.